lock it there. You got to really give it a little bit of elbow grease to unlock it. And then you can move freely. It moves nice and nicely. Just a little green button on the bottom. Turn the microscope on. And what I'm going to do is kind of just go over the controls here real quick before we go over balancing the scope and everything. So this is the motherboard right here. So just like with the Leica or the Mitaka, you kind of have a touch screen for everything. Turn up the illumination, turn on the microscope, turn on the lamp, all with one button. Everything here is manual. Okay. So first things first, microscope's on. You have two lamps in this microscope. For the Leica microscope, if the light goes out, it automatically switches over and the other light comes on during a case. If this one ran out of juice, the light would go out, you would actually have to come and touch it and switch it to lamp 2, okay? So it's just a simple change button right there, okay? So illumination on, you want to cycle through the lamp. I'm going to turn it back on, okay? Now we're lamp 1 and lamp 2. This is our illumination control. So TC is off, okay? So TC means thermal control, right? So with your green dots, it's going to go up to as high as it can go, okay? If you want more light, just turn TC off, okay? And then you'll get a couple more bars that'll give you your 300 watt, okay?
Is that same meter?
It is, it is. So you can see here, I can't increase it anymore. That's all my lines are held. So if you hit TC off, it'll allow you to get more light, okay? That's happened a few times, right, Larry? Where in the beginning, you need a little bit more light and just got to remember to hit TC off. Just always crank it up, okay? I mean, it's a good light source. You know, they mostly have everything covered, especially if they're doing like, they're going to have the blue towels over everything, so you're not going to run the risk of hurting the patient or anything like that. Fluorescence over here, on, off, it has ICG. It's on a 60-second interval, so when they do turn on the ICG, it'll cycle for 60 seconds and it'll turn off and go back to white light, okay? It'll always save on here, so if they're doing, you know, a lymphedema case or something like that, he runs the ICG, manipulates the vessel, doesn't need to look back at the monitor yet, can replay it, okay? Take a look at it, right? For the old school balancing systems, I mean, have you guys ever balanced the older systems where you have to kind of rotate A's and B's and stuff like that? So just like the Leica, just put it into an operating position, okay? Just like so. This one doesn't have an A or an B where you actually hit a button, okay? So you actually take the microscope, put it into an operating position, then you come back to the microscope and you see balance here is in the next one. So we want to balance A and B first, right? So that's your tilt axis. So that's where it goes forward and back. So basically what you want to do is you want to put it into that when you hit mode. So now A and B are ready to be balanced, okay? So you walk up to the microscope, you release the brake, and then you kind of just gauge it, okay? So when a microscope's in balance, when you grab the brake, right, it just sits there, okay? So that's what we want to kind of see. Okay, so I have the microscope released right now, and it's not moving, okay? I just did that. But the microscope's in perfect balance right now. But when you put it into A and B, that's all that moves. Nothing else will move, okay? The whole microscope, it's only gonna let you balance A and B, okay? So this is your A, right here, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. This is your B up here, okay? So if it's drifting back, you're gonna wanna tighten this a little bit, okay? If it's drifting forward, just tweak it. So you'll tweak them both kind of at the same time until you hit the microscope and it just sits there, okay? So do it while you're doing it, so don't touch anything else. So put it into A and B. If you see it drifting back that way, do your thing, okay? And then once you feel it and it's just sitting there, then you're gonna move on to C, okay? Hit mode again. Now our C balance is right up here. Now that's motorized, okay? So C is your lateral rotation, tilt, okay? So if I'm drifting to the left a little bit, I'm gonna wanna go the other way, right? So again, we're in perfect balance right now, so we're not gonna have to do anything, but I can give you an example. Because we're only in C, it's only gonna rock left and right, okay? All right, so we're out of balance, right? So we're gonna wanna go the other way. So still drifting a little bit. like that. Okay? So the next one's D. D is just your weighted balancing system for the microscope, okay? This microscope does not have anything that else goes on it, okay? There's not a co-observer that goes in it to look in the eyepieces out the side. We have the D already balanced, okay? So you can skip that step, okay? It's not gonna start drifting down or up. If it does in 10 years, call us and we'll put a weight on there for you, a little weight, okay, that goes in the back. So the microscope's ready to go. Don't worry about these, you're never gonna touch them. A working distance reset, okay? It's just how long you're working. They have these, if the surgeon only wants to work from a certain spot, they can hit their working distance and keep them there. You're never gonna hear them talk about that, so don't worry about that. Focus speed, zoom speed, XY speed. So a focus speed is how fast the focus is working, okay? Zoom is your magnification. The magging in, it's super slow. Increase it up a little bit, okay? And then your XY speed is your micro movements, okay? That's when they move left, right, without moving the whole microscope, okay? These seem really slow. So whoever's in there with SACs today, I would probably ask them, like, is your focus too slow? I'm not sure if these were turned down or if they like them that way, but
yeah, for the most part, that's how
he likes it at 1. That's like super slow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He's the one who messed with it. So
okay, yeah. I'm not going to touch it.
Yeah.
This one does have a suction drape in here too, so if they do put on the full draping system, you can actually do your thing and just turn on your drape and it'll suck out the air.
They don't normally put on drape.
No.
Plastic don't use drape.
So plastics, yeah, like Larry said. Plastics.
Why is that though?
Hey man, that's their thing.
So they just
I don't like it either.
Maybe.
You put the gloves over the hammer?
I mean, because over time that'll protect the microscope, right?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of problems with it, like sterility. You guys having to deal with pulling the microscope out and there's fucking blood all over it. So,
Yeah, that's
I don't like anything about it. But
yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not going to tell Dr. Saxon what to do. This is your monitor, your camera and your recording box in the back. Guys, if this monitor does not come on when you turn the microscope on in the morning, what it means is somebody turned something off back here. Okay? So when you call me and I'm like, hey, look in the back of the microscope, look at the back of the microscope. I'm talking about right here. Okay? So this is the base of the microscope. Look on the back of it, all right? There's 2 boxes here, just like the Leica has the camera box and it has the recording device below it. If this comes on, it says no video signal, it means the night before somebody was using it and turned something off. With our scopes, you just turn off power. Main power and everything boots off and boots up. Here, see this power button's right here. This one will always come on. Nobody's probably ever going to turn that one off, but I guarantee you there'll be times where somebody will turn the power button off on the camera. And that's the camera right there.
All right. So
okay?
make sure both of them.
Make sure both of them are on, and that'll solve your problem immediately if nothing comes on here, okay? This is our recording system. You just cycle to the right to go live, and that'll bring us on live here, okay? Below here is focus for the camera, so you can actually find focus independently from the surgeon, the monitor, okay? That's right here. You can see in and out. You can have one.
This is just for this TV, not that you're not focusing the microscope.
Yeah, so you're not messing with the doctor, what he's doing or anything. So it depends. I mean, like all the other microscopes, the Leica, the Zeisses, they have those laser pointers, right? So when the laser pointers come together, the microscope camera's in focus automatically. They're auto-focused. This one is not. It doesn't have the laser pointers. So you might have a surgeon working a little bit out of focus, or they're not wearing their glasses or something, and the image is going to be way off because of that, right? Because they're not using their correct settings. So that'll give the people observing, the residents, the opportunity to see it in full focus by just toggling through that, okay? So I'm not sure which way you need to go. You just have to try it, you know? But just know that you're not going to affect anything that the doctor's doing, okay? Let's go over to the handles now. This will be really quick. Micro movements, white buttons on your inside are focus. The magnification buttons are on the outside, they're black. They're identical on each, okay? Main braking system here.
Okay, this is the back, right?
Yes. These binoculars will do a full butterfly, so you have one tall surgeon, one short surgeon. I mean, this can be flipped up like this. Okay, then you have a short surgeon back here, so